Hello everyone. So this is a demo of how to do the solo bank robbing with a stabber. The stabber fit will be linked in the class somewhere. This is what it is basically though. There's a bunch of different bank robbing stabber fits. I think I have like 5 of them saved myself. I like to use this one because it comes with a cloak and it comes with damps. And the damps have definitely saved me before. The one thing they all have in common is that they will have the afterburner, the big old 100 mn afterburner on it. You can play with a few different ones. This is what I like. Make sure to take some signal and noise filaments. Make sure to have some paste and some batteries. Some extraction filaments for Podgman. And I like to make sure you have both types of script, the scan res and the range, because you might need both for it. And make sure you've got some probes for your probe. You can do this in a clean clone. I just got two 1% utility or afterburner speed increase ones that were less than 1 million each because I just had them there. But normally do this in a clean clone. This will be less than a 2 million pod if I die anyhow. So yeah, you don't want to go out with anything named ESS robber or anything like that to make it too obvious. But yeah, just stab her with something in there. I'm in JITA, I'm in a fleet. I undock. So you can use noise or you can use signal filaments to do this. The noise ones are going to put you somewhere a bit more random. That might be NPC null with no banks at all nearby. The signal ones might put you somewhere that's a bit too hot and you might not find any banks to rob. There's a risk with either one. You're more likely to find more high value banks with a signal probably than a noise, but you're also likely to face a bit more risk. So it's your call. Just like with normal fleets, I kind of like starting with a noise and then maybe going for a signal after. Okay, so I'm at a safe. I have my my stuff already. My buttons are in the right spot. Yeah, I am going to use a noise 5 and just see where this takes me. Got Dotlan open in my other window, just ready for helping navigate. But yes, so I am in a Detoroid. So first things first, going to check the agency. Yeah, 0 risk in this situation. This one. If I go to exploration, ESS, I can see, okay. So I always do within 10 jumps, and I like doing a 40 mil as my base. So there's only one within 10 jumps that's got more than 40 mil in it. So I'm going to try checking that out, 8 TAC W. So now I just got to make it 8 jumps through null select and check that out. I'm going to assume I'm fine, nothing on D-scan. I'm within 14 of the gate. So we're going to jump through here. I'm going to stop the video, then I'll clip it. Okay, so I'm now 1 jump out from my target system. As you can see, there's a lot more banks around here that have more money in them now. I'm still going to check this one out. It's got 71, so it's even gone up a bit since I've looked. It's been mostly dead in space on my way here. This is the first system I've seen with people in about 5 jumps. I probably should have used a bounce and not just gone directly gate to gate, but it's been quiet, and yeah, nobody in system here. So I'm going to jump into the target system, 8 TAC Y, which is up to 71. I should know, it seems like this window gets updated when you jump gates. So if you've been in a system for a while, this information might be out of date. Okay, so I jump in. I see there are 3 people. Let's see, ESS is a little far. ESS is out of D-scan range, so I'm going to go to the sun first, just to be safe. I'll warp to the sun at 100. See, I've got 25 minutes. As long as you start a connection, you can rob it at any time before it hits 0. So you can slide in the gate when there's 10 seconds left even, and you can still rob it. Okay, so there's an Ishtar and a Gila out in here on a Noctis. This person's probably triple boxing, I assume. Honestly, he's probably going to come in after me, but we're going to check anyhow. So I'm going to just double check that the ESS itself is clear. Nobody's at the ESS. Those ones seem to be out in space. So we're going to warp to the ESS. Similar to faction warfare, it's better not to warp right at 0, because when you try and take a gate at 0, sometimes you can bump off the gate and it can slow you down. So I like warping at some random distance between 0 and 100. You also notice I did a control A of who's in system, so I can keep an eye on who is here. Okay, I can see D-scan from here is clear. Those 3 might be out in space on the other side of the system, or they might have docked up. I'm fine.
drive active.
So one thing that I did not do along here was I didn't create a safe in system. So I did mess up with that. Normally I would recommend as you're in warp to the ESS to create a safe. I'm recording, I was focusing on talking and I forgot to do that. Would be okay. I can find somewhere to bounce to and I can make a safe after. So we slide the gate, we hit link. We have 6 minutes now. You can see this faint circle, you just have to stay within that circle. What I like to normally do for optimal is I find something I can align to on the far side and I get closer to it while staying within that circle. Because when people warp in, they're going to warp in to this beacon right here. That's the default everyone slides in at. So if I can get an extra 10 km off that, that gives me a bit more range away from the people that are going to come in to try and stop me from robbing it. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hang out on this side. Whole time I'm going to watch D-scan and I'm going to make sure I stop before I get too close to the edge. So yeah, by coming over here, you see that just gave me an extra 15 km of a head start. Not a huge amount, but that's enough to save your life. What I'm going to do is if I see someone, I am going to just align to one of these, prop mod on, get ready to take care of them. But we'll play it by ear here. So while I'm sitting here, I'm just making sure I hit D-scan every few seconds. If there was a lot of stuff, I might put my D-scan down under the range of these, just so I could really immediately see it. But I can tell right now if anything pops up at 14. So I can start thinking about my next target. Where am I going to go after this? So this is where I am now. 9 jumps, 9 jumps, 10 jumps. They're all kind of far. So I can start looking at my dot land and kind of figure it out. I'm going to go for this one because it's the biggest. Why not? So that is my destination. Still spamming D-scan while I do this. Again, like I said, this updates when you jump a gate. So I'm going to check this again as soon as I leave this system. Once I'm done, I'm going to take a look and see just in case. Short is very deceptive. I've had it say short when the bank has 50 minutes left, like 50, so almost an hour. Short could mean it has 2 minutes, it could mean it has 52 minutes. We don't know. So there's a chance I can finish robbing this one, burn out, and get to that 9 jumps and still rob that one. There's a chance it'll be done before this one's done. We don't know until we get over there or closer. So I'm still just going to sit here, making sure I'm in the circle, spamming my D-scan, just watching. Okay, so we are down to the final 20 seconds or so, 13 seconds now. Doesn't look like anyone's going to come in. I am kind of close to the edge, so I'm not going to start aligning right until 0 just to be safe. But yeah, so let's see, we are at 0. I'm going to align now. There we go, hacking successful. Maybe on, burn out. Well, we do. If we see, yeah, there was some tax taken. You don't get that full value. But yes, that was 54 million, just like that. When you sell this to the orders, you get that same amount too. So yeah, nice and easy. I'm just gonna get myself out. It's very faint to see the bubble on the screen, but you can see I'm more than halfway out already. Again, I should have made a safe when I came into the system. I forgot to do that, but these people didn't come anyhow. Just in case they are camping me on the outgate, though, I am going to bounce a bit. I'm not going to warp directly to the gate because that's possibly what they're doing. And the gate is on the far side, actually. So I'm going to bounce off of what I'm aligned to right now. I'm going to warp to it within 100.
Warp drive active.
It's quite far out, so I'm actually going to warp somewhere else, I guess, because I don't have enough cap. You can need a battery if need be, but this is just going to make me a safe of my own. I'm not going to bother making a safe at this point. I'm just going to warp to one of those havens right over near the outgate, just to be sure. This person decided they didn't want to take the fight, or just go to bed, or maybe it's a bot. Who knows? But yeah. So we see, yeah, the gate's at 50 AU. That haven's at 52 in the same way. Just warp to that at 100.
Active.
Same thing here. We don't have enough cap, but 45 AU. So that'll get us within range to de-scan the gate anyhow. Perfect. So check that, and then, yeah, we're going to jump the gate and check if our next destination is still valid there. If there's still that money in, it was MF I was going, right? Oh, WO. So WO. Yeah, we'll check if that's still there after their next jump. Okay, I am now within 5 AU of the outgate, nothing on D, so we're clear to proceed. I should have enough cap to make a 6 AU jump here. We'll see. We will see.
Warp drive
Yep,
active.
we're good. Okay, so we're going to take that gate. This is part of now where the risk and reward can start to come in. You know, I'm carrying almost 60 mil in bonds already. If that's a good amount for you and you want to just go extract from a safe, you can. If you want to try a few more now, keep building that value, you can. You know, it's going to make you a juicier target if you do die. But, you know, if you're extracting after one robbery, you're not going to ever make a huge amount unless you get very lucky. So I'm going to try for another one here. This is also where it's good to have an alt, right? Because if you had an alt with you, if you're dual boxing, you could just have your alt stealth up somewhere and hold those while you go off and rob other banks. So your alt can just sit cloaked somewhere. You can just keep bringing it back, the bonds that you steal, and then it can be safe. But that takes 2 accounts. This is 1 account, so we'll do it this way. Another good use of having the second account is just to have eyes on the ESS gate itself. Oh, look at that, some big stuff. So I did not have any eyes there. I was watching D-Scan, but they could have brought in something like a curse that would not appear on D-Scan, and I wouldn't have known until it was on top of me. And then it probably would have out-E-warred me in the War for E-War, and it could have taken me out. So having an alt come along that can just sit outside the gate and keep eyes to see when something lands before it slides is also very useful. Okay, I've got a few systems. Let's check. Is WO still active? No, I do not see it. Or MF. It was MF. No, it was WO, and I am not seeing it anymore. However, I see that MF is over 100 million now. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to set that to my destination. No, I am going the wrong way for that. Actually, XO. Let's do XO. 60 mil is worth doing. It's only 3 jumps out. We'll do that one. Okay, so I'm about to jump into a system that has 50 some odd in it. Yeah, 57 million. So we're going to try again here with another robbery. So same thing, we're going to jump in, we're going to check the ESS grid, make sure it's clear. We'll try and make a safe on the way there. Oh, look, nobody in system. That's wonderful. 2 hours left, too. So someone did a bit of ratting here and then just got out of dodge. Okay. So we'll warp there. I'm going to make a safe. You know, this is just a safe between the gate and ESS, so it's not perfect, but I'll be cloaked up at it anyways, so it's not a huge worry. Okay. So we get that. No one's in system. This is nice and easy. I'm not even going to have to spam D-Scan. Just going to have to watch that part. So this will be a good one to have some Netflix on the other monitor for. Okay. We land. We slide the gate. There is a few more along here. Looking at Dotland, I'm up on the north of Innsmother, and it's kind of a pipe after this. But along there, yeah, FX is 5 jumps out and has some money in there. MF after that has some. So, or MF's the other way, but I'm probably going to go to FX next. So I'm going to set that. I have landed here. I'm going to link with the bank. And yeah, like I said, nobody else in local, so I can just hang out easy here as long as I'm just really paying close attention to that spot. Again, though, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to make sure that I'm on the far side just to give me that extra time away from the beacon. Don't want to risk it. No sense risking it if we don't have to. Get that extra room. Yeah, so once I'm over here, I'm just going to hang out. And yeah, we'll check in 5 minutes. Okay, so this one is coming to conclusion. 10 seconds left. No one ever came into the system with me, so this was a very easy robbery. So I'm taking down to 0. Okay, it's hitting 0. I'm going to start aligning. Turn that on. Let's see what we're up to. I'll stack that. Okay, so I'm up to 94 million. And that is after, let's see, I came out at 41 after, and it's 11, so exactly 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes, and I've made 94 million ISK. I could call it here. I could just go to my safe, and from there I could filament to parchment, scan down a wormhole, or take a glorification out after 15 minutes into high sec, easy peasy. I'm feeling a little brave, so I'm going to try one more here. You could also filament again too, right? Because I don't have a combat timer anymore. That's just the weapons timer from that. So I could filament out if I wanted. But I'm going to try one more. I'm going to press my luck. This is one of those decisions of risk versus reward.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so we are one jump out from the system. We have seen a few more people as we're getting over here. It's getting a little busier. How far this gate is clear. We do have that Naglfar on D. We're going to jump into the system, and we're going to hope that there's still some time and that it's pretty quiet. We will see. Okay, so it is a multi-boxer, we can see, with all those similar names, with Thunderchild one. Okay, we will see if he will contest it. The ESS, if we look over there, oh, there's nothing super close. I don't want to really risk warping to a build. Oh, there's a system, or a anomaly. Okay. Again, I just want to check. I've got 25 minutes here. It's 126 million. That's a nice potential payout. Hit Thunderchild, Buster, Nestor. Okay, so yeah, this multi-boxer is doing some routing with those Thunderchilds. Probably going to want to defend what he's got, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm now within 2.6 of the ESS, and I can see there's nothing but a pause on D-scan. So I'm good to go right to the ESS. I did not make a safe on that warp, so I'm going to remember to make a safe as I'm warping over there. Just as I warp to the ESS. Okay, and once I'm in warp here, we will just place one down right about there. Okay, so now same thing. We are going to slide the gate. Oh, we can see the Bustard on D-scan. Bustard is not going to be able to come in here, I assume. Oh, he was just warping by anyways. So the fact that someone was warping through does mean that this guy's awake. He's not just AFK. So, 126 mil, he's probably going to want to defend that. We'll see. We will see. I'm going to go and get on the other side. I'll link up as I do. Yes, we will just sit here and watch D-scan very vigilantly. Okay, so I have a Vargur sitting on the outside now. Yes, he just showed up on D-scan. I just started recording, so I'm going to burn out. We will see if he actually slides the gate or not, if he wants to commit. I'm going to switch to targeting range dampening, and we'll see. We will see. Lots of times that just alert of you disconnecting is enough for them to not slide in, because now he's just going to play D there. And if I check at 0.1, he'll be at 0.1. Yeah. So yes, he came out to defend this. He had that Vargur ready. I don't want to die with 100 million on me, so I'm not going to risk it here. Just going to get out. He's not coming in, so all safe here. Yeah, I am out of the bubble now. Yes, that warp disable is gone. So I'm just going to warp to that safe while I think about my next step. So if I look, there's nothing else within 10 jumps that's decent. So at this point, it's best to just... Oh, yeah, I should turn off the afterburner before I try and warp, because that very messes up that speed. But yeah, at this point, it's just, there's nothing in range to do, so it's good to filament again. And yeah, the Vargur never slid in. I didn't have to die. I protected my 100 million in loot. If I had stayed there, he would have slid in and killed me, and I would have lost 100 mil. Okay, so now I'm sitting on a safe at my 100 mil, or my 94. I want to do one more. I'm going to risk a signal this time. If I don't like where I land with signal, if it's too hot, then I will just cloak up somewhere and I'll go to pot shot in 15 minutes. No biggie. No combat time or anything because that Vargur didn't slide, so let's use it. Got dot land ready in the other window. Let's see where we go. Oh, so right away, where I land, 47 million in the bank. That's pretty nice. Nothing on D-scan. I'm within there. Let me just see. I'm probably going to rob this 47, but I may as well check if there's something like one jump out. No, there's one jump with more, so we'll do that next. Okay, so for now, I'm going to go to this one. We'll hope that this one person is just AFK or something. And yeah, we're going to rob this and get it a little more. Not as nice as the 125 that was in that last system. That would have been a nice get, but yeah. What can you do? Okay, so I'm robbing this bank now. Doing the same thing. I'm going to the far side with something I can line out to. I'm just gonna go hang out further away from the beacon. One person in local, so I am gonna have to spam my D-scan again. Probably safe, but you never know, so you want to spam D-scan. Again, good time just to spend 5 minutes with your eyes on second monitor while you just keep pressing V or whatever your D-scan button is. And we'll check in 5 minutes. Okay, so I've had a +1 in here in the last few seconds here. Again, no cause for concern yet. Could just be someone passing through. I'm over 14 AU off both gates, so, or off 2 of the gates at least. So same thing. Just gonna sit here and spam D-scan. Hope that that's not like a curse coming in, but we will see. Okay, so we're back under 30 seconds again. That other guy signed out something. Yeah, this person never seemed to show up. They're probably AFK or didn't care. It is good to still watch D-scan in this final bit. I have had people slide in on me with 10 seconds left before, so you want to be careful right to the very end, just in case. Now I am over 15 AU off the out gate, so I mean, best case would be to do a safe, but I'm gonna gamble and go straight to the gate. So same thing, we're aligning, we got the afterburner on. Let's see what our haul's up to now. So we're up to 128 million. That's after about 45 minutes here. And we've got one more bank next door that should get us another 30 or 40. So yeah, we'll check in there in a second. Okay, we made it out of that bubble. We are just landing on the out gate now, and we're gonna hope that we still have time left on this next bank. So we jump in. I think there weren't any others that were super close, but we'll check once we're safely set up inside this one. We might just do this one and then extract, we'll see. Oh, so we got 6 people in system. Yeah, this is definitely a bit hotter. We might see some defense. 4 MTUs in. Oh, I have 1 minute here. So it's going to be real close. But I can see there's nobody at the ESS. So be tight, but we're going to try it. And we're going to have to just be very vigilant. I'm going to make the safe as I go. Make sure to spell safe right. There is our safe. From the ESS, we still can't see any ships. So we're good there. None of these were the one guy that popped his head in, so I'm going to trust that nobody knows I'm robbing banks, but they might if they're on intel. Yeah, nothing great nearby. Okay, let's slide the gate. Yeah, see, 30 seconds left. I'm going to get this just in time before it ticks and pays out, which is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. These MTUs are a very interesting name. Okay, yeah, so I am landing here with 20 seconds left, as you can see. It's a very last minute robbery. We link to it, and there we go. The timer has now paused while the robbery happens. So I'm gonna go and get ready to align to this port, so I'm just gonna set up over there, and we're gonna just spam D-scan for the next 6 minutes again. Okay, so as I've been D-scanning, this Vexor just showed up here. Now this Vexor is probably on tether, I'm going to assume. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right under the distance of those Astras. And yeah, so if we look, he is sitting at the Athenor Astros at 4.3. Maybe he's reshipping, who knows? So at this point, I'm going to set my D-scan to a lower amount here. So anything under 4.3, just so I can see if he leaves there. You can do D-scan at 1, just to keep it easy, but this way buys you a few extra seconds if they are landing. So I just always try and keep my D-scan lower than whatever value of the closest ship here. If I see him show up here, then I know he's probably in warp to me. I'll bring it down to 1 or 0.1 and I'll see. And if he shows up at 0.1, then I'll get out of here. But for now, we're just going to do the same thing. Just keep on keeping on for the next 2.5 minutes. Okay, we're down to the final second here. That Vexor disappeared off scan eventually. I just kept checking back at higher ranges and stuff, so he must have docked up or warped off. At this point, again, there was nothing too exciting nearby. I've been out for just under an hour. I feel like going back. I'm not going to push my luck anymore. So I'm just going to align to my safe. It might not be the right direction I'm going. Yeah, it's a little further. But nobody's here, so I should be fine. So, total haul right now is 162 million. Remember, I left Jita at 41 after, so I made 162 million in just under an hour. What I'm going to do now is land on that safe. I will use my parchment filament to go to parchment. I will go to one of the appropriate systems to extract from. I'll scan down a wormhole with my scanners. If I'm not finding luck with wormholes and I have 15 minutes, I'll just use the glorification. Then you just go to one of the Concord stations to sell them. If you're set up near Jita, there is one 2 jumps out of Jita. That's the one I usually use. I normally dock up and then I switch to a shuttle and I put these in a shuttle. I have 0 evidence to support this, but just to be safe, if there's somebody who knows about bank robbing and who knows that stabbers are used for bank robbing, you could see some people trying to gank between Jita and that system. Again, I might be completely wrong here and nobody does that, but hey, it's 2 jumps from Jita. Switch to a shuttle. These take up so little space. Stick them in a shuttle and you're good. Yeah, so I'm on a safe. So same thing here. I'm just going to use this Cry Velis and then find myself a home spot. And yeah, so that is how I made 160 million in just under an hour of work with a 30 mil ship or so. Okay, it is sometime later now. I extracted through Pochvin. I actually went and took a little break for a bit, and now I came back. But I am in Villain, which is just a few jumps out from Jita. This is the closest Concord station there. So I have those bounties that I have. You can see the in-game estimate is 162 million. Yeah, if we go to sell them all immediate, we get 155. We just have that minimal sales tax at 3.6. So I got 155 million after taxes there selling those, which is pretty nice money. Yeah, so I'm going to sell those. And then, yeah, there we go. I'm going to head back to Jita now. And that is how we rob banks and sell the loot from it. Let me know if you have any questions.